January is the beginning of blessings and prosperity for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And we're going to take a look right now at what the guided messages are. You guys, we're going to look at career, finance, family, friends, and I'm even including romance. But this reading is about you, and it may be even about somebody that you're thinking of. You're starting off with this Nine of Pentacles. And let me say for you guys, the Nine of Pentacles means that you are feeling great. So as we start the beginning of January, you're going to be feeling good, rejuvenated, maybe even feeling more secure. Something may have come through, something you were waiting for, or just the knowing that something is on the way that is going to be amazing for you. Now, we also have the Nine of Wands. So in that first week, you're going to feel really good. In the second week, you might feel challenged. Just remember, you've already done almost all the work. You are this close. So if it hasn't come through, it is about to. Now, what they're saying is you have information coming in, and this is about you personally. I feel some of you have been, they're saying you've done research on your topic, whatever your topic of choice is. You've been researching, you've been learning, you've been educating yourself, which is amazing. And some of you have really grown where the openness that people talk about, that means being open-minded. Okay, that's literally what it means. Open-minded, where your conscious mind is open to receiving this information. Now, as it comes through, Virgos, you guys have been able to transmute it, and it touches the inner soul. And that's where the really good stuff comes in. It is painful, I will say that. This information that you have just recently, over the last 3 months, I just heard, over the last 3 months, what you received was very beneficial to what is on the way for you. Now we have this beautiful Knight of Wands. So you're going to be surrounded by people. Some of you, this is to celebrate the new year. Some of you, this is new people or old people coming into your home to help you in your own life. And that, what I mean is like gathering. They may need a place to stay. You may need to rent a room out. Here you go. You're both going to help each other. And I feel it's somebody that you know. For those of you who are going to open up your home, it's somebody that you know, or you feel like you've known them forever, that you can trust them, not necessarily a soulmate. But it's like you can already project what is on the way for you, so you know the steps to take. And this is what's building up your confidence. This is what's helping you grow. Now, through the month, as you approach the last 2 weeks, you're going to need to use your inner wisdom, which is what I feel you guys are doing. You're just really taking the bull by the horn. You're really digging in there and pulling out what you need, almost like you're being guided by some beautiful, powerful, intuitive being. And that's what is going on. Some of you have really woke up to your own inner wisdom. And this goes with a lot of that learning that you've done over the last 3 months, whether that's been going deeper into the world of metaphysics, intuition, of spirituality, of life itself. All of these things underneath this umbrella have really started to wake you up. And you've got the Empress, meaning you're completing the cycle, and January is just the beginning. So by the time August hits, you're going to be so unbelievably in a different place, in a better place. You're going to be feeling good. Now, this is going to be in increments. Okay, some of you, most of it's going to come in January, or it'll come small steps along the way. But the point is, and over the next 8 months, your life is going up, 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 up. Now, this isn't for those who sit by and say, no. These are for you who have actually taken action. All right, those of you who have not taken action yet, you may be new to the whole journey, new to the understanding of going beyond. It is still going to happen for you as long as you take action. And what I mean by that is some of you had to learn AI technology, and that is helping you, whether that being a creator, whether that using in your own business or in your work arena, whatever you do. If you are not working, I still see a lot of people, retired people, using AI, getting out there and socializing online. So it's like this vast knowledge of the change that came in a few years ago. And it was there before, but it really impacted us and kind of pushed us into learn it or not. And that learning, that growth is actually growing you into a new level. Now, for those of you who are new, I hear it over here. You'll see me turn my head. I look down for the past. This is the present. This is the future. And this has not happened yet. It's in the ethers. That is going beyond. That is on the way. Now, let's take a look at your career, you guys, because January, whatever your career, your projects are, January is a beginning of abundance. And remember, abundance is what you need when you need it. Period. It is that simple. What you need when you need it. So if you're needing family, if you're needing to find family, this maybe you've been exiled or chosen to push your family away one way or the other, you're creating a new family. Some of you, Mercury in retrograde, brought back one or two people that I'm being shown, one or two key people that have brought this love and this joy back into your life. We're going to look at family and friends in a minute, whatever it is. Now, as we look at your projects, at your some of you, this is financial investments. Okay, that's what they're saying. But I don't see that you've done it yet. This is coming in the future. It has not happened yet. You are looking. You may have lost money. You may have lost your job. You may be feeling kind of down in the dumps, like I don't even know what to do. Make sure that you are learning all of the technologies. Sign up for my free newsletter. I put things in there that are going to be very beneficial for you as we roll forward. This is to help you move forward. So the Ace of Cups, this is abundance, right? And that's what we're talking about. Blessings is abundance. The blessings are on the way to you. So in January, you're going to get the job. You're going to find a way to get the resources that you need. Again, maybe renting out a room, opening up your home, combining with other people, combining forces in your project so that your project gets up and off and rolling in a positive direction. Now, if you haven't taken any action, this may be hard to comprehend. It may be really hard to believe. I'll believe it when I see it is one of those things that you do not want to be saying in the year of 2024. That is something that is going to push you down and kind of knock you right out of this circle right here. So we want to make sure that you are resting your mind as you go in through the month, especially around the third or fourth week. There's something coming. And I feel that's because, you got that Nine of Wands energy around you, meaning that you have done a lot. You have accomplished a lot. You've been through a lot. And you are being congratulated by the divine, by your beautiful guardians and angels, because that's a lot. But they're saying make sure you take a break. And I feel that's going to happen right around the third week of January. You're just going to relax. Now, that may be a weekend getaway for some of you. Some of you, I see you're going to actually jump you're going to jump on a plane and travel. All right, I'm going to be traveling too. Maybe we'll see each other along the way, going to new countries, going to new places, and it is going to be very exciting. But make sure you're letting go of anything that's holding you back. So as I'm talking about the mindset of I'll believe it when I see it, that is a very restricted mindset. That is usually the people who are stubborn, who don't want to learn things. A lot of them don't really know AI. They don't care. They want to do what they've been doing. And that is fine for them. Absolutely. And you may be dealing with somebody like that around the third week. So take a break from this person. If they are living with you, if they are visiting you, Virgo, take a step back. I feel for some of you, you have been through a situation where there was some mental games that really caused a lot of hardship when it comes to your work, and it may have been your co-workers, and it may have been the actual business that you were involved with. For another group of you, I feel that there were restrictions put on trying to start it's a gathering. Okay, so you may have been trying to start a new project where people gather. This could be a soul family. This may be trying to put together a fitness, because I see people, I see like retired people in their little outfits to get out there and start moving around, jogging, walking, hiking, and dogs, and there are dogs, so it could be dog walking or just walking with your animals. Whatever the project is that you've been trying to get up and going, you actually have something getting ready to come through. And it will happen in the month of January with this Queen of Swords. You may have started it in September. I see September. You may have actually started it in the month of September, or there about 3 months ago. And now it's getting ready to have the documents drawn up. It may have been quite a challenge in whatever direction you are to get this new endeavor going. The paperwork, the processing of paperwork, the description that you wrote out, okay, has not been completed. So I feel that you put it in writing and it wasn't translated correctly. You had to get it redone and redone again for some of you 2 or 3 times, and January is going to be the end result where you're finally going to see this in print. You're finally going to see your project, that name, the website, whatever it is, Virgo. It is going to be very rewarding. Now, there are some of you who are tied into railroad. I see railroads. Um, you're going to expand. I feel that there's going to be a new, it's not a subway. It's like, I'm just going to call it a new rail line. There's a new aspect to the industry, and you're going to be one of the people that are going to get in there. For some of you, I know this sounds silly, but it's a window washer. Oh my gosh, we got to tell you, you're doing a great job, and somebody is getting ready to do that. I see somebody washing windows like in a skyscraper, like if you were in New York in one of those buildings. It's a very tall building. This could be cleaning them for hospitals. Also, that is another aspect that I'm seeing for Virgos. If you are in the healthcare industry, your guides are saying you're going to go further than you thought. You will be getting promotions. You will be looked at to move into different positions, positions of authority for some of you. These are for the people who have been working diligently, and you are aware, you know this is coming, you can feel it inside. So there's some really good things coming in, and it's not like I'm not just seeing nurses, I'm not just seeing doctors, I'm seeing an entire staff. All right, so it depends, even administration. It just depends on where you're at in there. But healthcare workers, you're going to be busy, okay, in the year of 2024. So it's very positive, and not to say that there is a negative. Of course, you already experienced it. There's going to be the challenges along the way, but you can overcome it. You've done it so well in the past. Now let's take a look at family and friends and people around you that you've been dealing with. Look, you've got this beautiful icky card, the Nine of Swords. Again, another 9. You're moving into a completion. Whoever's been around you, family, friends, who you consider your family and friends, you've been going through a lot where you may have been sitting there wondering, are they ever going to come back? Now, I feel for some of you, this is like reuniting, the soulmate card right here. The Lover's card is about, okay, you can call it the twin flame. It depends on how you view that card, but it's about the logic and emotions coming together. That is what this represents. The divine masculine is logic in you, in them, and the divine feminine is the emotional bodies in you and in them. So it isn't about gender. It's about you. It's about coming together in your mind and realizing the indecisiveness that you've been going through when it comes to manifesting a new relationship has been quite trying on you. And this doesn't have to be a new relationship for some of you. This is you watching I see a son. Okay, so watching your child go through it in their own relationship. Honestly, I have a lot of people call me about their family members because they want to know what's going on. And, I give them whatever information I can. But this is being able to create magic between the two people. Now, this takes work, it takes effort, but there is an opportunity going to come in where this love is going to be revised in this relationship. And it is going to be very, very special. All right, by that third week of January. I feel for a lot of you, they already started talking around the month of October. Some of you, it's just started in December, and then the new group, it's going to be in the month of January. Whoever you're dealing with around you is very stubborn, and they may have had difficulty trying to come back into the picture. But this is not going to prevent you guys from coming together. This relationship is going to come back together. Now, on another token, I see other people of you dealing with it looks like an older sibling, an older brother or sister. It could be a mother, father, but I see the age difference where that person is very stubborn. You may have had a 3-4 years apart with no communication at all, or very, very limited. And I don't feel it's because of location. I feel it's because of something that took place, a little bit of manipulation. There was a divide that was put in between the two of you, where this emperor may have said something that created and put a wedge in between you and another family member. And now it's going to come back together in the month of January. And again, you may have already started talking to them in December. And at that point, what we have a decision. Do we want to keep them in our lives or not? And I feel for a lot of you, you're going to say yes when it comes to this relationship. Now let's take a look at romance, okay? Romance itself, because, without love, we have nothing. So we're looking at family and friends and the situation that goes on. So let's look at love and incorporate it in here. We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the one that fell on the floor, which is the Sun. This is the whole meaning behind your entire reading right here. And I just said, love is behind everything that we do in life. We love our job. We love our home. We can love material possessions. We love our best friend. We love ourself. And if we're lacking in love, it can cause a lot of challenges. You had to analyze over and over and over again. I feel for some of you, again, it's that Nine of Wands in the beginning of the reading, where you really had to look at this whole situation, especially if you're dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and some of you a fellow Virgo. Whatever's going on, you have an opportunity with this person to rebuild the relationship. All of the observations, your guides are saying observations that you have been looking at were valid, and you could see that they were valid, but yet you could still see there was something missing. And that missing piece is going to come, it's going to show up right around New Year's to the 15th of the month. That's when, of January, that's when I see where it's more like an aha moment of, I knew it. One of the two for you guys. And there we go, a reuniting. You guys are going to come back into this picture. Some of you are dealing with a situation where a couple has been apart and a baby is on the way. Okay, you could be grandparents and a baby is on the way with one of your children, but it's bringing you and your love back together. Okay, so even if you're a grandparent, you may be even talking to your ex for a while. It doesn't mean you're going to get, I don't see any cards on here about getting married. All right, so don't worry about that. But it's like coming together on the celebration of the birth of this child. The blessing is going to be there in front of you, where whatever happened, it's like, whatever, I'm so not interested in it. We're not going to go backwards. We're going to go forwards. And this beautiful, beautiful child is going to help us go forward. So this is going to be very good progress for a lot of you guys. But there is something coming in where some of you are going to meet somebody brand new. And this may be somebody that you thought was on the way. Excuse me. I sneezed on camera. I don't know if I'll ever cut that out. I'll probably forget about it. This may be somebody brand new that you met right around New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. especially if you were in a restaurant, a local pub, an event where there's a lot of people around. I feel you may have met this person. There is going to be an opportunity for an actual relationship to blossom. So if you've been wanting love, 2024 is the year where all of those horrible things that were done to you that made you stop, that made you analyze your own life. What am I doing wrong? Why am I bringing all these kind of people? Why do I have to go through this? Losing things, having things taken away from you. This is the year where all of that is going to change. Make sure you subscribe on my website. And let's pull one more message for you guys, because it is going to be a very, very powerful month in January. Now, don't get me wrong. The first 6 months, 3 to 6 months, is the most impactful for a lot of you guys. That is executing whatever you started. It is hearing back. There are a lot of people not hearing back from jobs and organizations. And it's nothing new. This happens every year at the holiday season because people take time off. Even the person that I'm staying with, I travel, so I'm staying here in Texas, and the person that I'm with got notice and was told not to come in the next couple days, take it off, so had extra time, and it was unplanned. So there's a lot of things going on that has caused a delay. Mercury in retrograde is also part of that delay. Now, Mercury goes direct. Well, you'll feel the finalization. If you're super sensitive, you'll feel it all the way through the 19th or 20th. And then from there forward, it's going to be smooth sailing. Some of you, that's 5-7 days after. That's the after. The pre and post are important for those of you who are highly sensitive. The card for you is, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. 2024 is not only going to be the year to expand beyond what you've already learned. Remember, in the beginning of this reading, I'm talking about what you learned over the last few months. Some of you, it's 3 years, but it's three. Threes represent divine messages, guided messages coming in. Those are those beautiful angelic messages that come in. This is about growth for you, growth in your finances, blessings, and prosperity. So January is the beginning of how that's going to affect you throughout the year of 2024, but it's kicking off in the month of January. So you guys, I hope this helps you. Please thumbs up. Leave your comments. I want to hear what part of this applies to you or somebody that you know. Much love.